Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And it is time to explore this new region some more. The Hato Steppe. And this weird looking thing ended up being a sign with a little lamp on it. Well, that's cute. But that was not something to build suspense over like I tried to do last time. But we do have another new enemy. Did I get him? But that big genie with the drums. Bongo Drongo. Sure it is. We'll take out these she slimes first, because they're easy. Okay, this guy hurts. Well, that didn't show us much of what he can do.
Who else wants some?
Well, I'm sure we'll fight more of them. Yeah, we got a free herb out of the thing. Okay, now where have I gone and not gone? Another thing I've noticed about this area is that when there's like a group of enemies together and you go up and fight them, so like there we had the 2 she slimes and the 1 bongo drongo. If you go up and slash any one of them, or come in contact with any one of them, you will fight everyone from that group. I'm not sure how much of a fan of that I am. I prefer just the single monster, and then, you know, you get into the battle and then, surprise, here's what you're fighting. Like here. If we approach that group, we'll be fighting all 3 she slimes and the bongo drongo. And we have this thing. It's like a hot springs geyser. It looks cool. There we go. Yeah, this Garuda's gonna bother me. Oh, and Eric is gonna go Super Saiyan. Oh, works for me. I'll take out the she slime. Or don't. Lame. Eric taking more damage because he has less defense. Well, of course, why else do people take more damage from physical attack? The riveting commentary thus far. Alright, let's fight this bongo drongo. And I guess the other she slimes are no longer in proximity of him, so it's just gonna be him. He does do more than just attack and die.
Another one bites the...
He does have a special ability. He'll show it off at some point. Alright, but meanwhile, let's continue exploring over here. Again, I just want to make sure that I glance everywhere. Haha, see? I saw it from a distance. Can I... That's rude. Okay. Let's use our Scorched Earth. That's a really good pep-up power. Okay, where's my... Well, let's just hit something. Haha! Yeah, here we go. So he can bang on his drums and boost the attack power of the entire team. Wow, that Scorched Earth can hit multiple times. I love it.
Easy.
That is going to be a really, really good ability, especially for boss battles. Could you imagine bosses taking additional damage every single turn? I'm sure it only lasts a number of turns, but still, that damage output was insane. Especially if we end up in another double boss battle, like against those Grim Griffins. Yeah, so here we're gonna fight... We're not gonna fight the 2 she slimes. I thought I had this pattern figured out. I guess the game is just gonna keep doing whatever it wants. And Eric just got rolled over by that giant drum. guy. Weary traveler, does this road not... Do not despair, let the sauna cure your ills. Sweaty oasis. Okay. Well, it is the next town. We may as well explore here. I'm contemplating, past gameplay me is contemplating, you know, finish exploring this area and then go into the town. But I'm like, you know what? The town, knowing this game, the town is probably going to send us off to explore the rest of the area anyways, so we may as well stop at the town. There's like live deer here. This is weird. Who puts normal deer like this in Dragon Quest? Oh, dear me. And we have a very Japanese-looking area. That's cool. I appreciate them putting different cultures into different regions in this.
Civilization at last. And I think it's safe to say we're not being followed anymore.
I like the music in this area, too. It kind of reminds me of Wind Waker. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, that is. Mark that one off the list.
Come. Their timing is auspicious as the day's new dawn.
I'm not actually keeping track of all the other LPs I'm referencing, by the way.
As frogs do spring rain. Rejoice, honored guests, for to mark this happy day, you may sweat for free.
I can sweat for free?
We're kind of busy to be sweating. Thanks.
I love Eric's response.
Too busy to bathe? Too busy to wash away the scent of the road?
Huh? Okay, maybe I'm not at my freshest. Fine. I'll visit your bathhouse if it means that much to you. Might as well go sweat off the journey while we have the chance. I'll see you in there, okay?
All right. It's planned. We will have a date at the bath. That's weird.
I shall guide him to where bliss awaits.
This guy's talking weird. And I did eventually figure it out, and it's going to be true of everyone in this town. Everyone in this town is going to talk in haikus. I eventually just started counting the number of syllables, and I'm like, yeah, it's haikus, because it's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. You know, I have to applaud whoever wrote the script for all of these people and came up with all of these haikus and made sure all the syllables were correct and everything. Because I tell you, I'm not a poetic type of person. I would spend all day just trying to write one of these things if they did that. We have a bank here, so we can store our money in the bank, but I'm going to hang on to it for now because I might want to spend it. You can store your money... Well, I'll explain that in a bit. Back to the haikus. When you talk to people from behind the counter, it is... Can the owl be wise if his head is turned about? So, yeah, whoever came up with all this, you did something that I couldn't do. I'd spend all day just trying to write one of these things and have it, you know, make sense in the context of the character in the game, and yeah, this is not my specialty, so massive appreciation to whoever came up with this, and hopefully, you know, you didn't spend too long trying to write all these things. And we have bamboo doors. That's cool. I like that. It's different. It's unique. We have... Well, I see a path back there. I see you. The way I'm going to tackle exploring this town is... There's going to be the main... Oh, recipes. This lets us get bronze art. We're going to have to make that. We will be making that, and we have the items already to make that. Yeah, spoiler, but that's what happens when you make sure you collect stuff. Haha. 20 gold coins, that's nice. Maybe we don't have the... When we go to make it, we'll have the items. Item shop. And I am going to check this. And remember when I was saying that some basic item shops might have other items? Well, this is not one of them. There's actually 2 item shops in this town. Which I also find strange, but, you know, whatever. Anyways, the way I'm going to be exploring this town is I'm just going to go counterclockwise, so from right to left, and just kind of sweep around the perimeter. So that way I'm not just bouncing all over the place and then end up losing or missing something. I am not going to go up those stairs yet because that's the way to the bathhouse, and so I want to go everywhere but that. Just for progress' sake. Oh, hey, there's a Wormaline. I believe we need that for the bronze armor, so this is a good place to get it. Volcano Brew, top water. You see, at this point, past gameplay, me was like, yeah, these are haikus, aren't they? Yes. I remember working with them in school many years ago. It wasn't that long ago. At least I like to pretend it wasn't that long ago. I still like to pretend that I'm young sometimes. Not that I'm, like, really old, but I still try to, like, be active and do things that younger me would have done and, you know, not gotten tired. For instance, I've been to the Sky Zone trampoline park. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. Tons of fun. And I ended up being, like, exhausted after 15 minutes. And I'm like, I still have another hour and 15 minutes to go for my jump time. So, yeah, but younger me, kid me, you know, I could have been on... In fact, I was on trampolines, like, hours at a time and not getting tired. And just having the time of my life. And now I'm just like, yeah... So I'm pretending to not be as old as I am. I'm pretending not to grow up. I mean, I'm still playing video games here. Although now I'm doing them as, like, Let's Plays on YouTube, so in that sense I've kind of got it. Well, there's kids that do YouTube. Not as well as me, though, right? Don't answer that. Okay, I need something to actually talk about here. Because we are exploring a town in this episode. That's pretty much all we're going to be doing. So, other Dragon Quest games that I've liked, I've talked about 4. I think I started talking about 5, but I never really completed the thoughts. Also, the commentary where I started talking about 5 kind of got cut off and erased. So I ended up having to redo like half an episode of post-commentary, and I don't remember what all was talked about, not talked about. I was really frustrated that day. It turned out the issue, and it's been in... This isn't the first time I've had this issue either, but it was with the cable that I had for my external hard drive, because I save everything on external hard drives, because especially with these files, the video files, the HDMI, recording in HD, the files are just so big. So yeah, I'm putting that on an external hard drive, and it's the cable for that that is, like, going bad. And by going bad, I mean, like, the slightest little touch or tap to it makes the thing disconnect and reconnect, or sometimes it'll just be sitting there and then suddenly it'll disconnect or reconnect. I have 2 external hard drives that I actually rotate between, and the one that I have is like the smaller one where I'm not putting my I'm not putting these big PS4 games on them because of that. In fact, I end up deleting the super big files when I get the final processed video of everything I need to upload to YouTube that you're seeing here. So yeah. just to save on space. Otherwise, this thing would already be, this hard drive would already be, you know, almost full from the, this is the 4th PS4 game I'm doing on this? Yeah, 4th, no, 5th. Mega Man X7 was really short. Oh, these people, they talk about this Ryu. And Ryu is like some kind of hero to this town. Him and his mom, I guess, went out and fought off a dragon, and Ryu died, which is really unfortunate. I want to meet this Ryu. They talk about this Ryu like he's like some really important character. And so when they're talking about Ryu and dragons, I'm thinking Breath of Fire. Yeah, the Breath of Fire Ryu. If you're not familiar with that, that is a line of RPGs where your main character, whose name is Ryu, has blue hair, and he can transform into dragons, which is as cool as it sounds. I have to play some Breath of Fire games on here at some point. They are on my list. So yeah, anyways, I ended up buying a new cord for this this external hard drive that I'm using, and the cord worked great for a month and a half, and now it's doing the same thing that the old cord did. And the old cord lasted about a year, a little over a year. Yeah, I'm really frustrated with it, but the cord that I have on now is the cord that came with my first external hard drive, which I've had since basically since I started this YouTube channel. So that cord is 3 going on 4 years old, and it still works perfect. No issues with it. Not that I'm gonna just grab my external hard drive in the middle of this recording and start waving it around just to prove that to myself, but yeah, it's not having the issues as the other cords. So I ended up buying like 2 other cords. 2 other cords, or did I get 3? Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to come in the mail. Again, I'm one of those people that I will always opt for the free shipping, even if it means I wait a little bit longer for stuff. I'm not in a rush for these things. I have so much stuff I can record. It's just like when I buy video games online. I have so many video games that I'm still recording, so I don't care if it gets here next week or next month, because I'm not going to be recording it for like another year or 2. Heck, I still have 1, 2, 3. I still have like 4 games that I bought within the past year that I have not even started recording. They're on my list. Those games are Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2. I bought them because, you know, I got them for like $10 each or less, and, you know, it was free shipping and all that. What else did I get? I got a game that's a sequel to an RPG that I played on here. Ah, heck, I should just say it. Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. Why not? Clearly, I'm not going to talk about the other Dragon Quest games. I'm going to be talking about all this other random stuff. So yeah, Lunar 2, and Lunar Silver Star Story is my favorite non-Final Fantasy RPG of all time. It kind of earned that title when I replayed the game for this channel. Go check out that LP. It is tons of fun. I love everything about it. Almost everything. There's like one little minor teeny tiny part that I disliked, but otherwise, very great, very amazing game, amazing adventure. Love the story. The whole 9 yards. Even just talking to the NPCs in the towns are just so amusing. It's mostly not productive gameplay-wise or story-wise, but it kind of is for the character building, because all the characters' personalities just start to shine through as they talk about things. Whether it's talking about fish or talking about, you know, the guy that likes to get drunk and all this, and the characters just interact and make fun of each other. Ooh, there's a treasure over there. I want it. Okay, we gotta go back around this way. And I didn't realize first time that I could, you know, come over here. But when I was younger, or I should say, yeah, when I was younger, about high school age, it was middle school when I first picked up Lunar Silver Star Story. And for the original PS1, that's what I played it on. And, when I was around high school age, I really liked the game. And I saw Lunar 2, Eternal Blue. And there were some opportunities I had to pick it up for $35. And I didn't, because every time I looked at the game online or looked at people talking about Lunar 2, they said that there was some bad gameplay mechanic that just kind of ruins the game for them, and it makes it, not as good. It wasn't as good as the first one. You'll be really disappointed, all this and that. And so I ended up listening to these people, and I bought into that whole story. And even with reviews I read and all that, I saw a little ghosty thing on the rafters there. And so I ended up not buying it. I passed it up. I passed up other opportunities to buy the game. And now it was like...
That's no way to treat a lady. Didn't your mother teach you any manners?
Your words grate my ears. A good child should be silent and stay out of bars.
Oh, aren't you a rude little...
I need to speak to the owner. It's important. He might know where my little sister is.
A child in a bar is like a fish in a tree. You must search elsewhere.
Okay, I'm sick of your haikus.
Fine. If you're going to be a complete pighead about it,
she's
I'll
not
go and
there
ask
to
guards by the gates
talk
instead.
about... To try and drink beer. And she wants to talk to the owner and ask him about her sister. Do you really have to be so... I want to punch him in the face. Hi there.
Ooh, what do we have here? Well, are you going to tell me your name or not?
Well, you're also equally as rude. But sure, we'll tell you our name.
Could be worse, I suppose.
Okay, I know I wanted to name the
Listen,
character 17,
you
and I
need
didn't
to
do
talk.
that. I named
But
him
my little
Jace,
sister is
but
missing,
come on.
so I have to go and find her first.
Okay. What do you mean we need to talk?
I never
I don't know
thought
you.
I'd finally meet you in a place like this. It's funny how things work out.
You must know I'm the Luminary. Okay. Well then. Children are not welcome here. And sweat in the sauna. And it's dark time, so the camera's just gonna go up to the sky and do that. Which nighttime is the perfect time to visit the bar? Let's see if we can ask that bar owner. Oh, he's talking about Ryu too. Yeah, Ryu, a lot of people are kind of lamenting the loss of Ryu in this village. Okay. So you're not going to tell us about the girl's sister. Okay. There's a back door here. So yeah, Lunar 2 Eternal Blue, I thought it was a game that I just wasn't going to be able to LP on this channel. Or ever play generally, because it hasn't been released outside of the PS1, at least not to my knowledge. At least not as of this recording. So, and I was looking around for it, and it was like $50 to $60 at the low end, and I'm just like, I'm not going to pay that much for a PS1 game. I'm just not going to do it, not in this day and age. And this was still 2018 that I bought it? Yeah, spoiler alert, I bought it. So I ended up finding the game, and after like some discounts and whatnot, or coupon or whatever it was, I think I ended up paying about, was it 32 or 35? I'm like, okay, 30 to 35, I'll do that for a PS1 game. If it's a game that I really want to play and I don't have it in my collection, that's what I did for Vandal Hearts. I bought that for like about 32 or something. I'm like, okay, that's about the max I'll pay for a PS1 game that I wish to record on this channel. I got my enjoyment out of Vandal Hearts. But yeah, I bought Lunar 2. I actually bought Vandal Hearts much after I bought Lunar 2, and I still haven't played Lunar 2. I did end up watching part of an LP for the game, so when I do it, it won't be completely blind. It'll just be semi-blind for, you know, the first little bit. I stopped watching it after I found the thing, because I'm like, well, I'm not ever going to play this game, so I guess I'll just start watching an LP of it. And then, lo and behold, I started searching around as I was watching the LP, and I found the game, and I bought it. And we'll play it sometime. I'm excited to play. I'm excited to play like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, ever since I started this channel, it's completely renewed my enjoyment of video games, because I was almost at the point where, okay, I'll play like some of the classic Mega Man games, X games once in a while, and but that's about all I was doing as far as video gaming anymore. And then I'm like, well, why don't I record these? I see other people doing these Let's Plays on YouTube and stuff, and it seems like a fun thing to do. I want to try it out. And I tried it out, and then I just suddenly got excited about LPing every game that I've ever enjoyed or played or wanted to show on here. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff coming up. And I'm looking forward to all of it, and it's just a fun process for me to be able to sit down, enjoy this game, and enjoy sharing my enjoyment with all of you. You know, telling jokes, telling stories, you know, strategies and techs, and, you know, being surprised about things that were unexpected to me, or having random glitches happen that only seem to happen when I record. Yeah, that's been a theme on my channel. Not an intended theme, but it's been a running theme. That also is something that seems to be happening in a lot of my LPs. That and Nightmare Frogs. Nightmare Frogs happen in a lot of my LPs too. Didn't happen in Vandal Hearts though. Oh yeah, other games that I bought that I still haven't bought for the purpose of recording, and still haven't even started recording them. Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior 7 for the PS1. That's going to be another. I know that's a huge game, but I think I found it for around the $30 to $35 mark. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll buy it now and I'll record it whenever. So I'm like, I'll buy it now, because I don't know if I'll ever have another opportunity to buy it, and I can't record, you know, 3DS stuff, so can't do the 3DS version, which I heard is a bit less of a slog, but yeah, it's Dragon Warriors, Dragon Quest. I'm sure we'll have fun with it. We're having fun with this one, so why not, right? Oh yeah, we have weapons. Poison Moth Knife, we're gonna get that, but we're not gonna get anything for Jace. He's fine. No, we are getting weapons for. I was not even paying attention to that. I'm just like sitting here ranting and not paying attention to what's going on. You guys saw it. That's what you get for watching the video. So this looks important. So I'll see you guys next time.